So if you guys did not know, we are supposed to be getting lightsaber combat changes for the new update in February. Now, if you guys have played Battlefront 2, which I'm sure most of you have if you've clicked this video, the lightsaber combat is very, very clunky. It doesn't feel good. Every swing you do, the character lunges when he swings. It doesn't feel smooth. It has a bit of a tractor beam to the lightsaber. Like it will like stun lock you. Like say I'm Yoda and somebody's trying to run away from me and I hit them in the back. If I'm swinging and hitting them with the lightsaber, they'll sort of get sucked into my lightsaber swings. Like I've had this happen many times. Like I've been on kill streaks with Obi-Wan, and Darth Maul would kill me from behind. And then I had a kill streak with Dooku, and I think it was like a 60 or 70 kill streak, and freaking Luke shows up out of nowhere and freaking tractor beams lightsaber swings and stun locks me and gets me from behind and kills me. So the lightsaber combat is very clunky. It doesn't feel good. When you block against other lightsaber heroes, it feels like two stick figures bumping into each other. And I don't think anybody has really liked the lightsaber combat ever since the game has come out. It's been pretty bad. So they did say that they're going to rework the lightsaber combat. So how much of an overhaul are they actually going to do? Like, we don't have any information on this other than the fact that they're going to change some of it. I mean, are they going to do a complete overhaul, kind of like the progression system? Like, are they going to just completely throw everything away and start new? Or are they just going to tweak it a little bit? Because in my opinion, I think they should just completely start over, because I think it's just bad in all regards when it comes to blocking and actually killing infantry. Now, if you guys remember the original launch trailer, it had the scene where Darth Vader and Luke were fighting each other up top on like a balcony. I think it's in the Death Star. And it looks smooth. Like they're swinging and blocking and they're making contact, and it looks like an actual lightsaber fight. And then when the actual game come out, it looked nothing like that. So I think if they go for something like that, like maybe if you have to time your block a certain way, like as soon as they swing and you hit the block button at the exact perfect time, it'll do a counter. Or maybe you can have like a parry. Like if you block it at the right moment, it'll like deflect it back at them. I mean, there's a bunch of different options. They could take ideas from other games. I mean, the best lightsaber combat would be from like For Honor, but I mean that's with analog sticks, and there's no way they could do something like that in Battlefront. That would be like a complete redesign of the game. But For Honor has a really good counter system because you use the analog sticks and you have to do it in real time. Like if you see someone swinging at you, you have to block in the right direction. So I don't think we're going to get something like that, but I would like it to look as smooth as For Honor's combat. I just don't want it to look and feel like two action figures bumping together anymore. And it's always been pretty bad where, like, say you're blocking and someone hits you with their saber, it'll, like, knock you backwards. And, I mean, it doesn't really look smooth. It kind of looks a little bit smoother with Dooku. I think his blocking animations are pretty good. But they also said that they're going to rework the stamina system. Now, the stamina system right now, I think, is really bad. They changed the little icon for the stamina bar. Now it's at the bottom of the screen, and you can, like, hardly see it. And it's kind of hard to pay attention. Like, if you're in the middle of a fight with somebody and you have to run away from somebody or you have to block or whatever, you can't like look at the opponent and look at the bottom of the screen at the same time to like manage your meter. I was playing as Yoda in the latest stream that I did, and it's really difficult with Yoda because Yoda's block is tied in with his left bumper ability where he does his unleashed force push. Now the unleashed meter fills up from collecting all the different blaster bullets, and then you can, once it gets full, you can unleash it. Well, if you're out of stamina, which is draining the entire time that you're absorbing bullets, then all of a sudden you will stop absorbing the bullets and you'll have your hand up, but it'll just shoot you in the face. So it's pretty difficult with a character like Yoda because there's like 2 or 3 different meters you have to look at the same time. Now they said that they're going to make the change where when your stamina is out, you're not going to be able to swing your saber. I think with the current loadout, that's horrible. That's a horrible idea because, I mean, like I said, it's clunky. You have to block, you have to swing. I mean, most characters, especially the heavy, takes 2 swings to kill. Sometimes it's 3, depending on how much health they have from like the officer buff or whatever. So if you run out of stamina and you're not going to be able to block, I mean, your only hope is to run away because you can't block, you can't use your force powers, you can't swing, you can't do anything. So you just have to run and hope for the best. So now you have all these badass Sith and Jedi just running away from fights all the time because they can't swing their lightsabers because they're out of stamina. So I think if they go with something that's more smooth, like if you look at the original Battlefront 2, it didn't really have much oomph to the swing. But when you swung, it didn't affect your running or anything. It was just nice and smooth. Like you could run through infantry and just slice them up like nothing because it one-shot killed everybody for the most part. I think if they went with something like the original Battlefront 2 and just like made it vibrate whenever you swung, because in the original Battlefront 2, your controller didn't vibrate every time you swung. It just felt like there was no weight behind it. They could do something like that, but just make so there's vibrations, and then when you make contact, it obviously would vibrate as well. So I think something like that would help. And then I don't think they're going to rework the damage output because there's too many star cards that affect damage, and some heroes do more damage than other heroes, and so they're not going to make it so they one-shot infantry, although I wish that that's what they did. I mean, it's not like it would break the balance of the game because, I mean, they did it in Battlefront 2015 and that was fine. At least in Battlefront 2015, when you saw a hero, you felt fear, like, oh my god, this hero is going to one-shot kill me, but they weren't invincible. Like, if you ran up against a Luke, you could still kill Luke. So when it comes to these lightsaber changes, I think they need to just completely rework the heroes in general for it to work best. Like right now, everybody uses the Health Star card for their heroes because you'd be dumb not to, especially in Galactic Assault, because every kill gives you more health and everybody wants to stay alive longer and as long as possible. So everybody rocks the Health Star cards, and that's why they put them in the game. I think they should just completely remove those and just make those default for every hero, because you're pretty much handicapped. If everybody picks the Health Star card, then you only have the chance to work with 2 other star cards, and it limits what your abilities can do with each hero. So if they reworked the lightsaber combat and made it so every hero had some sort of healing ability, I think it would make the heroes a lot better. Because like I said, when you're a saber hero, you're kind of at a huge disadvantage. If there's like 4 or 5 infantry units at the same time, you're pretty much screwed, because if you run out of stamina, you can't swing, you won't be able to block, and depending on what your abilities are, you can't even use some of your abilities. So they're either going to have to make the stamina bar a lot higher, they're going to have to make it so like force powers aren't affected in any way when it comes to stamina, like especially with Yoda, and who knows what they could do for heroes versus villains. I mean, like I said, they could do the time blocks, and then just make it feel a lot smoother, and then get rid of the stun locking. The stun locking is bad. Like it's really annoying when you're like, let's say a death trooper and you have your overshields. You can't even run away or try to dodge because they stun lock you with their sabers. So it either needs to just one-shot you or at least give you a prayer of running away. Do one or the other, but the stun locks are pretty annoying, especially in heroes versus villains or another like hero-on-hero encounter. Like say I'm on a kill streak and I run out of stamina. Well, I'm screwed because I'm getting stun locked. I can't run away because he has full stamina and I can't do anything, so you're just dead. Or if they catch you from behind, they'll stun lock you and you can't turn around to block because, I mean, you're stun locked with each swing that they do. So yeah, hopefully in February, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that they're going to throw our way, which means they're probably going to have a lot of glitches is what I think is going to happen, because if they're throwing this much content at us, something's gonna be messed up. But yeah, that's my opinion on it. Let me know what you guys think they should do for the lightsaber combat. Do you like it the way it is? Do you like the stamina system? How do you think they should change the stamina system? And do you think lightsabers should one-shot infantry? Yes or no? Let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you made it this far. If you guys want to help support the channel, then consider donating on Patreon. It'll help me out and it'll get your name at the top of every video. And that is going to do it for me. And I'll talk to you guys next time.
Will you join me? Accept your fate. I grew impatient.